For his entire life, radio host James Rabe has known that one day he'd need a new kidney. A disease called Alport syndrome slowly caused his kidneys to fail. As his condition advanced, the search for a new organ began. His big sister stepped up and gave part of herself so her little brother could live.
I'm a morning show guy on a radio station in Twin Falls, Idaho. Hot 100 FM.
It's the Hot 100 FM early morning show.
Good morning. It's 8:15 with James and Janam. It gives me a chance to once again bust out the greatest Irish song of all time.
High energy makes James Raby's show a leader in the market, but getting through a shift was tough when his kidneys began to fail.
They just shut down. Well, it probably wasn't all in one day. I got more and more tired, more and more worn out.
James was born with Alport syndrome, a genetic condition that causes end-stage kidney disease.
When I was about, I think, 5 or 6, my mom had us all tested for Alport syndrome. She told me, well, one day you'll probably need a new kidney.
That day came when James was in his mid-40s. He went on dialysis, and the search for a donor kidney began.
I told him what his blood type was, and I said, oh, that's what mine is too.
James' big sister Joan stepped up.
I was driving through Nebraska when she called me and told me that she was a match. And I had to pull over and just think about that for a while, how great that was. It wasn't a certainty yet because all the other things have to fall into place. But I sat there and cried for a while. It was great. It was one of those great...
Why try for a living donor instead of a deceased donor kidney? Here's Mayo Clinic transplant surgeon Dr. Mikel Prieto.
There's two major reasons for doing this. The first one is we have a limited number of deceased donor organs. And therefore, to get a deceased donor organ, you need to go on a waiting list and typically wait for a few years to get a transplant.
The second reason is that living kidneys are usually healthier than deceased donor kidneys and may last longer. Both James and his sister Joan had successful surgeries.
Your overriding feeling is, yeah, a little bit of pain, but wow, I feel so good.
It took a while for both to recover completely, but James is back on the air, waking up his morning show fans with great energy. For Mayo Clinic News Network, I'm Vivian Williams.
For the rest of his life, James will have to take medicine to prevent his body from rejecting his new kidney. But he says that's fine. And he says he will forever be grateful to his sister.
Before we go, a brief look at the main headlines. The TRC moves to award telecom providers spectrum to provide 4G LTE service in the BVI. New complaints commissioner intent on carrying out the work of the office to reduce maladministration in the public service. 4 former political stalwarts honored for their contributions to the territory. The public gets an opportunity to turn in any firearm without any questions asked before stiffer penalties kicks in for illegal weapons. Government transports water to Virgin Gorda to bring relief to residents suffering from water shortage. And Festival 2015 hits high gear with announcements of CCT BVI as platinum sponsors, top entertainers, and plans for this year's activities. In news from the Caribbean, Cuba is the first country in the world to eliminate mother-to-child transmission of HIV and syphilis. And the OECS has joined the growing list of bodies condemning the expulsion of Dominicans of Haitian descent from the Dominican Republic. We just want to remind you that you can find all the news stories featured in this newscast as well as previous newscasts on our website, jtvlive.net. Additional information and news updates can be found on our Facebook page, facebook.com/jtv55. If you haven't already, please visit our Facebook page and let us know that you like us. Of course, all our news features, press conferences, and Spotlight's top news segment with Sean Rose can be found on our JTV News YouTube channel. We welcome your questions and comments. You can email us at jtvnews@hotmail.com. For the entire news team, I'm Ino Soman. Thank you for watching.